I always wish there was behind the scenes access in junior hockey, just like there is in the NHL. Like when they did that, they did it 1 year in like Saskatoon on Sportsnet when they hosted the Mem Cup and they followed them throughout the year. I find there's so many better storylines in junior than there is pro.
No,
I don't know. Just like a kid's failing math, he might not play today. Like, you know, like there's so many things that just like pop up that you don't even think about.
No,
that
I remember
game.
It was game 2. It was. We were supposed
in the
to,
Mem Cup?
No, in playoffs.
Okay.
Maybe game 4 or game 2. I can't remember which way it started. Game 4. Game 4, and we had a morning skate or whatever.
Yeah.
Came off morning skate. Normally I go home and I would nap, but I had to go to class. I had to do a test or something that day.
Yeah.
Just something completely different that you wouldn't have to worry about in the NHL, right?
Yeah.
Compared to junior hockey.
There's a lot more funny storylines like that. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, everyone in high school, you got to go to school today. And some of the guys are like, no, I'm going to play Fortnite. And then they get in trouble and they don't play. And I don't know. I think it's fun.
Definitely, for sure.
So the transition from major junior to, I guess we didn't even talk about Cape Breton. I wanted to talk about Cape Breton, playing in front of your family and friends. How was that experience?
Yeah, that was awesome. I think
it's only 1 year though, right?
It's just my last year.
So it's good. It's good to have that.
Yeah, and I don't know, looking back when I was 16, I was kind of hoping the Eagles were going to draft me. Kind of staying home would have been easier for me. But in a way, I'm happy that I moved on and I grew up and I kind of got to experience what living from home was. And I kind of grew up a lot quicker than I would probably staying at home.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed my 2.5 years in Charlottetown, my year in Gatineau, my half a year in Bathurst. But being able to come home and have that 5th year junior, just living at home, my parents, my 2 brothers again, it was playing in front of family and friends. It meant a lot for me. I grew up an Eagle fan, I think.
Yeah.
As I was a little kid, I got pictures on my phone of me in little Eagle jerseys. I think he asked me what my favorite team was, and it wasn't the Leafs or the Canadians. It was the Screaming Eagles, right?
Love it.
And so it was a lot of fun for me to be able to wear that jersey and to play in front of family and friends every night.
Yeah, I believe it. It's crazy growing up being in a junior town and then you actually get to play for the team. It doesn't happen that often, but when it does happen, it's hard to describe as well.
No,
it's
absolutely.
Very hard.
And the way we were coming home from Regina and our plane actually touched down in Bathurst, you had a lot of fun the night before and you're still kind of groggy the next morning. I remember the wheels touching the ground in Bathurst, and I just kind of woke up, and all the guys are screaming at me on the plane, like, Mitch, you got traded.
No.
And I'm thinking, no, I didn't. Like, come on, what do you mean? And yeah, fair enough, of course, Twitter, it's all over Twitter that I got traded to Cape Breton.
No.
So I wasn't even back in Bathurst yet before I was
And you
traded.
found out on Twitter.
Yeah, that's what it was.
What's your agent doing? He's just at home celebrating still.
Yeah, I called him. He called me, and like, congratulations, whatever. I said, oh, thanks, whatever. I heard there's rumors, like, that I got traded. Like, I heard that night after the game.
Yeah.
And they said, no, like, I haven't heard anything, but I'll check on you. And I'll call you in a couple of days, whatever, enjoy it. And I said, okay, thanks. And fair enough, Twitter was there to break the news.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and I got traded 3 times, and Twitter broke the news to me 2 out of the 3 times.
Twitter, man, it's a reliable source.
Oh,
I love Twitter.
Yeah, you got to be careful with it.
Yeah, a little, but whatever.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's fun, yeah.
How was that outdoor game in Gatineau?
Incredible.
Talk about the challenges there.
Yeah, so we actually had a shorter Christmas break because of it, because I think it was 2 days later than everybody else. But I think,
were you a little pissed?
I mean, you look at it and like, oh my God, like you want to be home with family and friends or whatever. But I think I would have probably passed up my whole Christmas break in order to play another game of that game.
Really?
It was incredible. Right away, I think it was like a 3 o'clock start. Originally supposed to be 2 o'clock start.
Okay.
So you're up at 9 or whatever. I have a little pregame routine, so I had my pass at 9 o'clock in the morning. Right?
Oh Jesus! Sorry, is it in Gatineau? Where is the game being played?
It was in Ottawa.
Ottawa. So yeah, Gatineau. You're the home team. Yeah.
We're the road team. We're playing the 67s.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my mistake. Okay, I keep going.
So then we're up and we take the bus over, and it's a football stadium. So we're in a football dressing room, and nothing. It's nice. It's huge, right?
Yeah, it's a football room.
Exactly. So we're getting gear off, and then our coaches come in and say, "Look, boys, like, it's delayed an hour because it's too sunny. The sun is melting the ice."
So you're thinking that's great because I want to play under the lights.
It's still an afternoon, but still the lights would come on eventually.
Okay.
I'm thinking, oh, this perfect, right? Like, you can't write it up any better. So we had a bunch of our equipment manager, like, they went to Sobeys and got us snacks because obviously if you're not playing for that extra hour, right? You need. And just right from warm up, I remember kind of going out and we got our pitcher done, skating around, looking at everything, and I don't even remember warm up. I just remember just looking at the stands and trying to get the views in. Right?
How many people were there?
There was 18,000.
Get the fuck 18,000 people.
18,000 people, and I remember coming out.
That's like NHL. That's more than Arizona would ever get.
Exactly.
Like, that's incredible.
That's what I mean. It didn't feel like that. Again, you're in a football stadium, but
yeah,
you can still like feel it. How many people there are.
Yeah.
And I remember I was on the ice for O Canada, and just like, you're like, oh my God, is this like really happening? You got the eye black on your eyes and the ski mask on, and I said, come on, just get me a point or whatever, and just get me a point. And no, lucky enough, I was able to get a hat trick.
You got a hat trick in that game.
I did, yeah.
Oh my God,
it's actually the first hat trick in an outdoor game in North America.
Get the fuck out of here.
My stick's in the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Did you know that, Mark?
I did not know that.
Okay, good. That makes me feel better. This is the stat guy, so it's good that you don't know that. That's crazy, man. Yeah, that's insane.
It's a funny story. My uncle, he knows an outdoor game, ice is bad, or he goes, you get a hat trick and I'll give you $1,000. I'm like, okay, like just kind of blew it off the side. I remember I scored the third when I got back to the bench, and I lived with Sean Boudria.
Okay,
he was there, and he goes, Mitch, like, you won the money. And I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh my God, like I did. And he had 3 assists on all the goals. I'll give you $100.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It was good.